You're one game away from defending your title. How big are match temperaments today?
Well, this one is a big one. We can see that Zimbabwe have come in with full force. They're a strong side, they are quick, and there is so much aggression in their playing. It's going to be a tough one.
Looking at how strong both the teams are defensively, how important is an organized attack today?
It's very important because we know that if we score early within regulation time, it lessens the pressure of penalties. I hate penalties.
You've got 3 changes today. Tactically, coach, how are you planning to enforce those into the game?
Well, those 3 changes come in looking at how they approached the game, the last game that we had, how they played and how much impact they made in the team. So we know that a game like a Zimbabwean game, which is tough, we need them to be in the starting lineup. That's why we made that tactical change.
What will be very important and key in how you approach and start the game?
What will be very important is wanting to win early and attack early. I think because looking at their organized defense, we'll try and play our game in a more possessional way that we are able to break their defensive lines because they have a good defense. They've got a good goalkeeper as well. But anyway, we've trained on how we're going to approach this game. Yeah.
All the best, coach. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're 90 minutes away from dethroning the defending champions. What kind of a match temperaments are needed from Zimbabwe today?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one, Bali. But we are hoping once again we'll execute the game plan just like we have planned. It's going to be pretty much a difficult match, partly of Zambezi, if you like. So we know very well they are the defending champions. So once again, we are expecting a high octane match. So it will be very much difficult, but it will come down to tactical organization for a great part. If we can enforce that one, then most certainly we are on our way to the final.
Speaking of those tactics, is it about having a very organized defense today or having a very structured and attacking as a unit today?
It's a combination of both, yes. Tactical organization defensively, at the same time managing the key moments of the game, that will be key. So we've got to be able to manage the transitions as well, whether we're in possession or now we have to defend. So once we manage those transitions, I think we should be able to control this match.
All the best, coach. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, nothing separates the two sides as they head into the changing rooms. And no doubt that the coaches have a lot to talk about regarding both those teams, as there's been chances on both sides, but really it has been the heart that belonged to Zambia. Joining me is still Opinki. Pinky, a very surprising performance from Zimbabwe, a team that we know from the onset, first half always dominating. A lot of their goals come from that half, but right now they're on the back foot.
Zambia has done a really good job closing down Zimbabwe from making those passes, you know, and you know what, I think they've had nice players, good players who play the ball, who share the ball, and they've closed Zimbabwe from playing those long balls and penetrating the defense.
Annalise Piri has just been so problematic down that left flank, yes, and just putting so much pressure as well on that Zimbabwean defense.
Oh yeah, she's been very effective on that left wing, you know, but her final decision always let her down, you know, just cut, you know, take a player on, she's got the speed, cut in and try to look up and find any of the players, but she hasn't done much of that. But I think the potential is there, you know, keep pushing more and, you know, striving those balls, you know, so you can find those players.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is how things then started off in the first half. It's been quite a surprising performance from Zimbabwe that is so used to, you know, dominating from the onset. Yes, we see this chance, but when you look at the whole half, there are not that many.
Not that many. They haven't created a lot of opportunities in the field of play. But I think coming back to the game, they should strive more, get more players pushing up, because they're sitting back and having numbers in the middle field and not getting those balls and winning those balls.
Yeah, absolutely. And the attempts now just kept on coming for the Copper Queens, and you just look at the saves now that Cynthia Shonga has had to do now. You can see that there's so much pressure that now Zambia's pushing up front.
Yes, I mean, she's made some a few saves. It shows that Zambia is putting pressure to Zimbabwe. So I think they should do that. Zimbabwe should do that, keep pushing more, and finally they will get a goal.
Yeah, this was the first real chance for Zimbabwe, and this came towards the end of the half. But we look at how disciplined Zambia has been at the back. You just look at that defensive wall of Zulu, of Lishomo. We spoke about them in the build-up. How important is this defensive line right now?
They're doing a great job so far, closing down the effective players that we've spoken about earlier on. Doing a great job, making sure that they close the spaces and deny them chances to even penetrate at the forward, at the high end.
Are you still sticking to your prediction?
I think, okay, I'll stick to that, because
Remind us again.
1-0 Zimbabwe.
All right. Also, I think it still feels that Zimbabwe can still pull something out of the hat, but it still remains a goalless right now in this first half. I'm going to clear Pinky, and then I'm going to bring in now Mr. Job Mkhunu, Safa president for Ekurhuleni and the vice president of Safa Gauteng. Mr. Job, thank you so much for joining me. First, I need to get your thoughts. I mean, how's the first semi-final for you so far?
Okay, I'm enjoying the game. It's interesting, too technical, but it's a good game to watch, I must say.
And when you just look at now COSAFA coming to Gauteng for the very first time, potentially there's defending champions are there, but potentially we might see a new winner. What does this say about just how competitive the COSAFA regions have been over the years?
I think Gauteng has been their second home. You know, all members of COSAFA always in Joburg. So we are excited as Gauteng, and I agree, we'd love to see a new champion coming into being.
And of course, as a vice president, and you're just looking at how now women's football has grown in this country. Yes, there was WAFCON reigning champions. Yes, we come from the FIFA World Cup. But now you just look at now the new crop of players. A lot of these local based players in the national teams. We are seeing the next generation of players in the national teams.
Yeah, such tournament as COSAFA, it gives us an opportunity to even expand while that to discover more talent. We are very much excited as Safa because we are able to bring more players into this women football development.
And the support also just from your office, because we also have the Hollywoodbets Super League as well. It's played all over the country. Just the support as well from your office, women's football, and just seeing how it's not just growing in COSAFA, but the league as well.
Okay, in terms of our 5 Safa regions in Gauteng, we all have our Women Regional League, and we're giving support to that. Sasol League is also growing in Gauteng. So we've given support, and we're excited about it.
Mr. Job Mkhunu, thank you so much for your time,
Thank
Baba.
you for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
That is Mr. Job Mkhunu, Vice President of Safa Gauteng. But back to matters here, it is still goalless. What will it take to separate these two sides? A spot in the final is certainly up for grabs. Zambia looking to defend their title. The fans are here. The Zambia fans are here. The Zimbabwe fans are here. And I can tell you they brought their own Bluetooth speaker, so they have their own, having their own fun there on the stand. But as it stands, nothing separates the two sides. Will we see a goal? Well, let's get into it.
All right, there's the goal scored here. What a moment of brilliance, and a goal deserving of a place in the final here for Chere, who was outstanding when a side needed the most.
Showing good composure is Sarah Jere, and just waltzing away, cutting through a defense and peeling and away from the goalkeeper, making sure that she picked a spot and gave Zambia the all-important goal in this fixture.
Well, they had moments, they certainly had moments, that chance then from Siamfogo coming off the inside of the post, and fortunate for the Zimbabweans not to concede another.
Well, when you look at the strike from distance, trying to capitalize and expose a goalkeeper, the woodwork coming to the rescue. Shonga was not to be beaten, getting an important touch, and the scoreline remaining 1-0.
This is an important moment for the substitute. Yamafuruse took the shot a little early, but well, unlucky not to get the luck she just nearly had with the mishandling then of Lungu.
How close, but yet how far, and goalkeeper making a meal of it, but does well to recover.
Great recovery at an important time in the game as well. As we look at the numbers here for Zambia, from around about the 30th minute, still things started to tilt in their favor in the dominance in this match.
Well, definitely the numbers, the kind of play in terms of possession dominance, definitely gave them the result they needed.
Zambia on through to the final.
Well, what a performance from the Copper Queens today, and our player of the match is Everine Katonga, and she gets her second Man of the Match award. And to hand over is Mr. Tepo Rakhatla, Director of Sports and Recreation from the city of Tshwane. Thank you so much. Everine, last time you won the Player of the Match, you were not feeling well. I really want to find out first, how are you feeling today? Do you still have flu? How are you feeling today?
No, this time around I'm okay. I'm very much fit. I'm fine. The same flu has gone out now. I'm fine.
Congratulations. What a performance from the onset. Your team was just putting so much pressure on Zimbabwe. What was the game plan today?
We prepared very well because we knew that Zimbabwe are not going to come easy on us. We knew that it's going to be a difficult match, but we prepared very well, and I'm happy that we came out victorious in this match.
The defending champions in the final again.
Yes, we are in the finals, and I'm very happy. We are going to prepare very well for the finals because we really want to defend this championship.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Everine Katonga, she is our player of the match today, now joined by her coach, Coach Florence. Coach, it just looked like today you had a grudge match, you meant business from the onset, high pressing game, so much exploiting all those spaces, and just how you put Zimbabwe on the back foot.
Yeah, we knew that the opponents were going to be tough. Like I said in the beginning, they looked organized when we watched their group stage matches. They looked well organized, so we needed to prepare ourselves well and see and know how to break their lines, because we knew that they'll be so defensive. So we needed to just keep possession and break the lines in order to exploit the spaces that they left.
You certainly did. You look at how you just isolated their attack. At some point, they were struggling to even just string passes to their top player Mobedi, their captain Neshamba. You did such a good job defensively, coach.
Yes, our defenders understood the task very well, because like we've said, we've watched how they play, and so we knew that if we just give them room, we give them space, they'll be very dangerous. They will even they'll even score.
You come back into the second half, you just pick up where you left off. You not only that, you add the pressure and you finally get the goal.
Yes, because we knew that if we start delaying, because if you look at the first half, we had a lot of scoring opportunities, but we didn't use them well. So we just said we needed to calm down, and the goal is just going to come, and definitely it came.
You're in the final.
Yes. We just needed to be in the finals despite having a new team, but the girls understood the task that lies ahead of them. They need to pick up from where the other players left from last year.
Congratulations, coach. You can go join your team, coach.
Thank you very much.
Coach Florence, the coach of Zambia, very happy, saying the players knew exactly what they needed to do. I'm joined now by the assistant coach of Zimbabwe, Coach Johan Chikoala. Coach, how did you see today's game?
Yeah, today we didn't perform very well. The guys were tired, and you can see the reaction on the ball we were slow. We were second to the ball. I think psychologically this game, physically, we were defeated. But there's a homework to do. We saw our weaknesses, so next time we're going to polish the grey areas.
You look so different to the team that was playing in the group stages, that was just always so dominant from the onset. Now, when you say that you looked defeated, at which point did you feel like we've lost this game?
Yeah, it goes back to our league. You remember you are coming from suspension. Our league is not that vibrant. So we assembled this team on the 26th coming here. So it was just like we are seeing the way forward. So this COSAFA thing, it gives us the way forward. So we are going to prepare a team for the future competitions like WAFCON and the World Cup next time. So 5 years time, we have got youngsters and other players whom we are going to select back home. So I think starting going forward, we have something where to start from.
And before I let you go, just overall experience of being back into international football and just how well your team has performed this year. Did you expect them to go this far?
We didn't expect to go this far, but we were pushing. But we are happy with the performances. It's not bad. The girls will improve next time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Okay, you're welcome.
All the best. We'll see you next year.